Okay, what we do is wax, hot melt, not wax, the ends of your arrows, just the tips. I do it all in one go because it's just quicker and easier, but you can do them one at a time, it's just as easy. This is obviously going to cool down, but when you see the next step, it doesn't matter. What we have is obviously arrows, a little bit of hot melt. We have some water in here with ice in, which has been there a couple of minutes getting nice and cold. And obviously we have some screw-on points. Screw-on points make far more sense because obviously if you hit a tree or wood beside a boss, you can unscrew them. You might lose a point, but you're not going to lose your arrow, in theory. We also have an arrow spinner here. Bit of a DIY jobby. The little plastic ones are way too flimsy. So take the actual rollers off and pop them onto a lump of wood, and all of a sudden you've got something which is half decent rather than a piece of crap. Plastic ones weren't worth having, they're just wobbling on their own right. So if you want 5 minutes and a scrap piece of wood, you do the job properly. Okay, so they're all done. Hot melt can go there. Now what I've done with my nippers is I got, let's turn this off, let's be health and safety. I've got one in here, yeah. Quite handy for your nippers. Get a file down the middle, and you can shape those to fit your arrows, or in this particular case, hold on to your point. And all we do, if you want super points, these points, or virtually all points as far as I'm concerned, come with some sort of lacquer, which is to stop them rusting, which you need to get off. You can obviously soak them in acetone if you wish to. What I tend to do is, part of my process is to heat up the point. That will expand the metal somewhat, which is all good, obviously. We then dip it in the ice, which contracts the metal, which really does hold on to the point like nobody's business. I did in the past have a problem with some of the points coming off, so you put this on, you screw around like a madman. It doesn't actually have to be really tight like you normally would, because it's going to just blend in really nicely. So you do that, give it a quick wipe, like so. Now I have my little straightener, and what I always do is this, which is to roll the point, then roll in the groove, then roll in the tip, like so. And then we give it a dunk in the water. If it doesn't make a hiss, you're not heating it up all right. It really is as simple as that. We then double check on the spinner, and I don't know if you can see that, but that one is virtually perfect, so needs no adjustment. Wait for those to dry, give them a little coat. I tend to get a razor blade and make it all neat and tidy. If some of the wood is showing where it's been tapered, then just get some more dye and just dye it. If you're going to do it, make it look nice. You don't want little white patches at the end of the arrow. And more importantly, to me, if you don't do that, you've got a piece of your arrow which is unfinished as such and unprotected. This is the part of the arrow that's gone into wet bosses and wet bushes, and why give a situation where it can rot? So easiest way, and frankly the best way to do it. I've got 12 to do, so I'm not going to bore you by doing them all, but we'll do another one nice and quickly. So you get your point. That's get some nice heat going, heat up the point. I get these so there's a little hint of red, so they're, you know, proper cooking. As I say, there's nothing more frustrating than someone saying, oh, my point come off. I mean, they will, points do come off, but really you can try lots of things. Super glue is just too brittle. The only really effective way I've found is doing it like this, and this works like an absolute dream. So, heat at point, into the arrow, good twist on, which will make these lovely and straight and easy. Give it a wipe to get rid of the wax. Obviously you're not going to get rid of it all. Again, if you get some on there, give it a little you can just give it a wipe down with some white spirit or something like that. It should do the job nicely. And this I find is really does make the points be very, very straight. I don't know particularly why. Again, it doesn't really matter why it works. And give it a little spin there. Just tiny little wobble on that one. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Just give it a bit of weight on the tip. I mean, obviously it doesn't need to be one of these, it'll be in absolutely anything. Let's have a look at that. Yep, perfect. There you go. Easy way to do your points.